Evening all, Rich here, back for part 3 of this RMS Baltic tutorial. Today's focus is the ship's superstructure, or at least the beginnings of it anyway. So we're going to focus on the front tower deckhouse first, which should be the bridge wings and ship's wheelhouse and things like that on that tower section there. If I just look at it side on, you can see. Focus on that area there, and then if we get time, we'll try and sort out some of the other bits as well. So we'll see. Right, so what we're going to do now, to begin the first tower deckhouse, we're going to go to the tip of the bow and go to the very first wood block on the deck. So the first wood block is here at the tip, and it's on the centre as well. So from this first wood block here, you're going to count back 106 blocks. So this is the first block here, and you're going to count back to the 106th block. That's 106 blocks back. So I shall use the counting world edit tool for that. So it's 50 so far, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and we want 106, which is that one. So 106 blocks back. We'll put our centre block, the red block there, and that's it, 106 blocks. Right, so what we're going to do now is build a wall, which is a very loud motorbike just went by. We want 27 wide, so that is what's half of 27? 13, so 13 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 that way. There we go. So that's 27 wide, I imagine, that way. And then for the sides we want 6, so each side we want 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then out one we want 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there we are, that's that side. Do the same the other side, 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like that. And then join them together across the back, because it's a straight wall across the back. And everything should line up fine. And there we go, there's our base for the first deck house. So what we're going to do now is build these walls to 3 blocks high, all the way around. So let's build it 3 high. And then the deck will eventually sit on top of these walls, so that's why they're at that said height. So sure, I'll do one side of it and then I'll copy it across to the other side just to get it out of the way. La 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 la, dee 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 dee. I don't actually have a centre block marked on the back here, so I just put one of those in. So centre block on the back. There we go, so that's half of it done. I'll just quickly copy that to the other side. So we'll have both sides of the walls done. So we do copy, flip to the right, and paste. There we go. So that's both sides done, and it should look something like that. So bear with me while I just sort my notes out. Right, so what we're going to do now is to add the deck. So we'll go to the front centre block, and on the front centre block at the top we're going to build 2 wood blocks forward, so 1, 2 like that, plus a centre block on the front like that. So this creates the overhang of the deck. And then for the sides, out to the side, we want 39 wide, which is, what's half of 39? 19, I think. So it's 19 out each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So there we are, 19 all the way out to the side of the ship like that. And then directly below where that block is, that end block, right on the outside of the ship, I'm going to put a block directly underneath that overhang there. I'll explain what this is for later on, but just build all the way out to the side 19 and then put a block directly below the end like that. So do the same the other side. So go 19 out, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, plus a block underneath. And what this is for is this is going to be the front end of a white wall that goes down the side. If you look on the prototype here, we've got a white wall just below the front of the deck house there. So there's the deck there, and then the block, that first block is there, and this is the beginning of a white wall which goes right down the side of the ship. That's all that white block is for. So we'll sort that out later on anyway. So we've got the front wall done there, so that's 30 whatever wide, and then the sides we want to build back 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and then we want 16, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then do the same on the other side, so 5 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like that. And then just join them together across the back. So build a straight wall across the back. all the way across to the one side to the other, and there we go. So that's joined together like that, and it don't look too bad in theory. So what we're going to do now is just start to add the deck. So the deck will sit on top of the inside walls here, so the deck sits there and there like that. So you're just going to add this whole area, fill it all in with wood, and it should all be okay. So I shall stand on this block here and just fill in everything with weld edit. So we use fill wood by 300, and there we go, that's filled that in instantly, and there we go. So that deck is now all sorted, and it don't look much at the moment, but when it's all done it will look a lot better. And then as before, like we do with other builds, you can start filling in the doors and windows for the deck down here. It's the usual random layout that I do, so no real need for any specific design. So it's usually just 4 or 5 windows plus a door all the way around. I'll sort the rest out later on, but we'll just go on to the next deck first. So that's the first deck done. So what we're going to do now is go to the front of the deck we just built, and on that we're going to go to the 3rd block back on the wood. So 1, 2, 3 blocks back on the wood, and then add our centre block there, like so. And then we're going to build a wall from there. We're going to build it 21 wide, so that is 10 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way. And at each end you want 2, 1, 2 like that, and the other end the same 2, 1, 2 like that. So it's 21 wide plus 2 at each end. And then the sides we want 11 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 plus, it's 11. Yeah, so it's 11 there. And then do the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I believe we just join them together across the back, like so. And then you increase these walls to 3 blocks high. So all the way around, once again, same as below, 3 blocks high all the way around. And as before, you can start adding the doors and windows to said deck house and walls and things like that as and when you want to. I just build this freehand may as well. It's only a small deck house. La 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 la, dee dee dee. I just use welded it across the back, get that straight edge out of the way, and we do set quartz for that. And there we go, that's all sorted there. So I'm just going to add another centre block to the back, so I know that is the centre, just to there. So there we go, so that's all done. So that's the deck house added there, and then for the deck on top, we'll go to the front wall again, and on the top of that, just scratch my head a second, on the top we're going to add 3 wood blocks. So on the top centre, add 3 wood blocks forward, so 1, 2, 3 like that, plus a centre block. And then either side of that centre block you're going to want, well, you're going to want to build a wall. How wide is it? It is 23 wide, so that is, what's that? It's 11 each side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that way. So 23 wide, and then the sides you want 16 back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 like that. And this outside edge we just built sits on top of the walls we just built, like so, so it's 16 back like that. And at the end of the 16 you want 2, so 1, 2 like that, and then inward 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we want 2 back, 1, 2 like that, and then 2 again, 1, 2, and then a centre block to mark the centre like that. And that's that bit done. So I'll do the same the other side. So we want 16 for the side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, plus 2, 1, 2, and then 7 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 2, and then 2 like that to join together like that, and there we go. So you got a little ridge that sort of sticks out round like that, and this, the reason that this bit is here is because this is where the mast will go. The mast will sit in this little ring there. So that's that bit done there, and then as we got these walls built now, you can start adding the deck again. So once again, just start filling in the deck in this whole space, and everything should look fine. So you filled the deck in all the way into this space as well. Like I said, the mast will sit on that bit later on, but there we go. So I shall stand on this block here and just use the fill tool again. And there we go, that's the wood all filled in, and that's the deck done. and it don't look too bad. So that's that job done. And like I say, as before, you can start filling in the doors and windows, and it will look all right. And there we go. So that's the first 2 decks done of the deck house. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a quick jump cut while I work out the next bit, and I'll also add the doors and windows. So I shall return in just a moment. Okay, back again. So I've added the doors and windows to the 2 deck houses so far, or the one big deck house if you like, each deck. And there we go. There's the doors and windows there. So what we're going to do now is move on to the next deck of this deck house. We're going to go to the centre block again, and we're going to go to the 3rd block back on the wood. So 1, 2, 3 again, and add a centre block like so. And then we're going to build 15 wide, which is 7 each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that way. So there we are. There's our front wall. And then for the and then at the end of the 15, we want 2 out. So 2 out like that. And same the other side. 2 out there, so there we are. And then for the sides we want 11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like that. And then do the same the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Haven't got much gap at the back, but that's no big deal. And then just join them together across the back, like so, and it should look something like that. So that's the deck house done like that. And then you increase the height of the walls to 3 high, like the rest of the deck house. Just build 3 high all the way around. I'll do it freehand as well. So it's 3 blocks high all the way around, and then everything should all look fine, in theory that is. Gonna add some stairs in a second as well. Just get the walls increased in height first. So that's that side there. Just do the same across the back. And there we go. So I just add a centre block across the back as well. So there we are. So there we are. That's the deck house added there. So I'm going to get our stairs a second. We're going to use wood stairs for this. So for the stairs, we're going to go along the side here. If we go from the back corner on each side, so this is the left side, back corner, we're going to go to the 5th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we add our stairs going up from there. So 3 stair blocks going up like so, and then add blocks underneath for support. And that's all we need at the moment. So do the same the other side. From the back corner, 5th block forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stairs going up, and then 2 blocks underneath for support. And that's our stairs there. So that's what we want there. Now going back to the front of the deck house, or front of the walls here. Front wall, we're going to add the deck, which we go. Let's try to work this one out actually. On the front centre block we add 3 wood blocks forward again, so 1, 2, 3 like that, plus a centre block. And now we're going to build the ship's bridge wings. So the bridge wings are 25 wide, so that's 12 out each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that goes all the way out the side like that. So it's 12, 4, 8, and then from the end of the 8 you want to build back 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you want to build back in 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then for the side you want to build back 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then inward 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 rows of 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, plus a centre block like so, and that goes, it creates the loop round like we got with the deck below. So that's that bit done there. So we'll go back to the front end and do the other side. So it's 12 out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 10 back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 6 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3 rows of 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and there we go, that's all joined together, and it should look something like that. Marvellous. So what we're going to do now is we're going to build those stairs up by another block, so another stair block there like so. Same the other side, build the stairs up, And then we're going to build from that top stair block here to build back. So from the stair block here on the top of the inside, we'll build back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and then build in there like that. So it creates an open gully for when you build your stairs. So you got the stairwell and gives you enough room to get down like so. So it was 1 block. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1. So do the same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1 like that, and then the rest of it you just fill in with wood blocks. So go from the front of the wheel of the deck itself. Just add the wood like we've done before, and this wood will go all the way out to the side of the bridge wings like so. And it don't look too bad. So I should stand on the usual spot and use the fill tool to fill in the wood, and that should fill in like so. And then the top deck should look something like that. Marvellous. And that's yeah, don't look too bad. And then for the stairs, we can go back to the stairs and just build banisters. And just looking at the prototype to make sure this is right. Build the stairs going to... How did I do this actually? I'm just trying to work this one out. Did I add the banisters? Yes, I did, so that's fine. So the banisters, we go to the side of the stairs. So back to the side of the stairs. Build the banisters up 2, 2, and 1 like that. And the same the other side. Build up from the bottom of the stairs, 2 up, 2 up, 1 like that. And there we go. That's the that little job done there. So there we go. That's the top deck. So that's the what is basically the top deck. That would be the bridge deck, okay, where the ship's wheelhouse would go. Now for the wheelhouse, we'll sort that in a second, but we'll go from the centre of the front of the deck. And we're going to build a wall across the front up to the sides of the bridge wings. So I'll build a wall out to the side like so, all the way to the side, the end of the bridge wing like so, and then build 4 back, and that's it. That's all you need. So do the same the other side. I think it's actually 2 we want on the side, so I'll change that. So it's instead of building 4 back, just build 2 or 1. I think it's only 1 actually on the side. So build out to the side like so, and then add 1 like that. Yeah, that's fine. So do the same the other side. Build all the way out to the side. Like so, and then 1 on the side like that. And there we go. That's that deck house wall added there. Now for the ship's wheelhouse, we're going to go to the centre of the front wall, and we're going to add 5 windows. So we'll add a centre window, which is 2 blocks high, like that, and then 1 block away, build another 1 each side. So that's 3, and then another block gap, build another window each side, like so. So you've got 5 windows like that, and then add pillars in between, 2 blocks high, and then a pillar at each end, like so. So you've got your ship's wheelhouse, the front of the wheelhouse looking like that. And then for the sides of the wheelhouse, you want to build 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then join them together across the back, like so. And then increase them in height to 4 blocks high, all the way around. So I do this side, like so, and then the other side. And then across the front, across the top of the windows and on the front, like so, and then across the back as well for that wall there. There we go. That's the ship's wheelhouse sort of laid out there. And then what we can do now is to add the roof, which is all wood blocks. So nothing really special for this. Just add the wood blocks for the roof, and then we can call it a day for the this area for the moment, because there's still plenty more to go on this area detail wise, but we'll just do the main bulk for it for now. And there we go. So that's our deck house done, and it don't look too bad. And as before, you can start adding the doors or windows to these walls and the deck house, the ship's wheelhouse rather, and everything should look fine. So that's that first deck house done for the moment. There will be more detail to go on later, but we'll worry about that another day. So I'm going to do a jump cut now while I work out what to do next, and then we can move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I've added all the doors and windows to the deck house that we've built so far, and it don't look too bad. So doors and windows all added there. So now we're going to leave this deck house, and we're going to move on to the side walls. Now the side walls, which I explained earlier on, go from this single block here on the side. So from this single block here, we're going to add 5 back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that, and then one out from there. We're going to add a line of blocks, 188 blocks long, so that's the first block there, and you're going to go 188 back, so it's basically to the end of the outside edge really. So from the so it's basically all the way down this outside edge to the end where it starts to curve in again. So it should be 188 blocks, but if it's not, it's no big deal. You could just build to the end of the outside edge and you should be okay. So I shall do that. I'll measure it as well. So I've already measured the first block, and if it's 188 when I get to the end, it's even a double bonus. So let's get that out of the way. I just noticed as well, I've not added the yellow line from the previous video. I was going to do that, but I didn't get around to it, so apologies there. So yeah, I've got to add that yellow line later on, but no big deal. I did explain where it goes anyway. Yeah, so just get this outside edge out the way first. So are we near the end? Oh, there we are, there's the end. Right, so there's that 188. That is 188 blocks, that's fine. So 188, so at the end of the 188 we want 18, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And then we want 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then 12 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all you want down the side like that. So that's that little job done there. I'll do the other side in a moment. I'm just going to make sure that's all fine just by looking at my notes and looking at the prototype. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to do a quick jump cut while I do the other side, but it's basically, you know how it goes. So you want 5 at the front, plus a 188, and then 12, 13, 12, no, sorry, 188, then 18, 12, 13, 18, 4. That's what you want. So I shall return when I do that and do it properly, and then I shall move on. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So there's the white line added on both sides now, and it should sort of look like that. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get our pillars, which are going to be end rods, which are these things, and I'm going to use those to build the pillars for the bottom of the deck house. So the first deck of the deck house, which is this one here, we're going to add pillars, I think, every 4th block. So I add our first pillar there, and then every 4th block we'll add a pillar supporting the bottom deck. So every 4th block it should be okay, and there we go. So that's all the pillars in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pillars on that side there, and that's how that should look. So that's 6 pillars. And then I should do the same on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. So that's what this pillar's done there. So this white wall on the side here is basically just a support for pillars. That's really all it's there for. So yeah, but it supports the pillars brilliantly, and that's the job they're after, or I'm after. Right, so what we're going to do now is move on to the main deck house or superstructure, and we're going to go to the front, the back wall of the bottom deck house, or the bottom of the deck house, so the bottom centre block. And from there we're going to count on the wood to the 11th block back. So that's the first block there, and we're going to count to the 11th block back. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So on the 11th block we'll put our red block to mark the centre, and then we're going to build this wall here 29 wide. So that is 14 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that way. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that way. And you want 2 at each end, like so. So 2 at each way as well. I'm just going to make sure there's a 4 block gap at each end as well. So that's 4 that side, and then 4 that side. Yeah, that's fine. I just want to make sure it was central, because I have been known to screw it up. So there we are. That's the front wall. So it's 29 wide, plus 2 at each end. And then for the sides are going to be 124. So there's the first block, and we're going to add 124, which is going to be fun. So I shall build this freehand, and hopefully everything will be fine. So it's a line of blocks, 124 blocks long, plus 2 at the end. So like at the front, we had 2 blocks at the end. So how far is that? That is 110. So I want another 14. How far is that? That is 126. So I've gone too far by 2 blocks. 124. Yep. So 124. So I want to make it reduce it by 2. There we are. 124. And at the end add 2 like so. So I'll do the same on the other side. What I'll do, I'll copy this just to be a pain in the ass. I'll copy it to the other side because it's the same. It's the same 124 blocks plus 2 at the end. So I shall do the same. So we do copy, flip, paste, and there we go. There's 124 down that side, and then going all the way to the back end, we've got to join them together across the back. So it should be the same all the way across. A straight line joining both sides together. And there we go. So that's that bit done. So what we want to do now is increase these walls to 3 blocks high, which is going to be fun. So we've already just spent about half a year building the base of it. So what we're going to do now is build it 3 blocks high, so 3 times the bloody pain. So I'll do a couple. So there's you get the idea. You know, build it 3 blocks high all the way around, and it should all look fine. So what I'm going to do a jump cut while I sort that out, and then we can move on to the next bit. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So there's the walls all increased in height to 3 blocks high, and it should look something like that. And I've also added a centre block on the back wall as well, so that's all fine. So what we're going to do now is go back to the front wall of the deck house we just built, or walls we just built, and on the front wall, on the centre block, we're going to add 4 wood blocks forward. So on the front wall, on the top, add 4 wood blocks forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then add a centre block like so. And then the front wall from there, we're going to build outwards, and this front wall is going to be 41 wide, so that is 20 each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And the same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Like that. And then the sides, you're going to want to build 133. So I should build the first block there, and we're going to build a line of blocks 133 all the way down the side, which is going to be fun. So I shall do it freehand. And the next deck above that isn't much different from this one, so it's going to be another pain in the ass to do. But no worries, we shall probably persevere. I mean, it's hardly the Titanic, is it? La 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 la, probably get copyright for that. Don't know what song it is, but I just started humming it. So anyway, there's 133. That was a lucky guess, wasn't it? So 133 there, and I shall do the same the other side. Actually, balls to that. I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to copy paste to the other side, just to make life slightly more, slightly easier for me. Stuff for the people who watch this. No, not really. So I'll just copy again. So copy. Flip, paste, and there we go. There's the 133 down that side, and then what we do again is just build a line of blocks connecting both sides together, and then that should be okay. So it was 133 wide, wasn't it? Yep. So there we are. So we just build that all the way across the back like so. There we are, like that, and there we go. So that's the outside edge attached like that, and it don't look too bad. And then what you can do then is start adding the deck. And the deck will go in the corners, from the corners of each section, and will sit on top of the inside walls we just built, like so. And this deck will go from the back all the way to the front of this area, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to use welded it again, and also the deck will go all the way out to the side. So you can see the deck creates an overhang, like so. So it creates a corridor down the side. So you've got the deck above you. So I shall use welded it to fill in this deck, the fill tool. So we use fill wood by 3000, and that should fill in this whole area relatively quickly. Oh, there we go. That's quicker than I expected. And there we go. There's the deck added, and as you can see, I got the overhang in there, and it don't look too bad. So the deck has gone all the way to the front end of the wall we just added, and it don't look too bad. So what we need to do now is to make this even more awkward, is to build a wall all the way around the edge of the deck we just built. So we need to build a wall all the way around, which is going to be fun, all the way across the front, and then all the way down the sides. So we just need to double that up all the way around. So this once again, this wall will be a support for pillars. So that's going to be interesting when we get to it. So I'm going to use welded it to do all this, because I can't be asked to build it freehand. So like I say, it's basically just build a wall all the way around. Like so, you can see, just make it 2 blocks high all the way around. So I have to use welded it for this one. Across the back, like so. And I'm going to add a centre block as well to the overhang here. So there's the centre block there, and then up the other side, and then that area will be done. Like so, and there we go. There we are. That's that bit done there. Marvellous. So that's that deck done. Deck done. Right, so there we are. Now we move on to the next deck. You can add pillars in a minute if you want to, but it's up to you. So if you want to add the pillars down the side, you're going to go from the front corner of the deck we just built and build our first pillar, and then all the way down the side, every 4th block, like we did with this area here, every 4th block you add a pillar 2 blocks high all the way down the side. So it's look alright. So I'll do the first few just to give you an idea, and it shouldn't look too bad. So there we are. There's the first few pillars, and like I say, you just carry on doing that same thing all the way down underneath the overhang of the deck, and it should be okay. So you can do that. I'll finish it off later on. I just want to get the main bulk of the ship out of the way first. So I move on to the next deck. So we go to the centre block of the deck we just built, and we're going to go to the 4th block back again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and add our centre block, and then we're going to build this wall 29 wide, so it's 14 either side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 that way, and 14 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus the 2s at each end, like so. So 2, 2 like that, and then the sides you're going to build a line of blocks 122 blocks long. So it's basically similar to the previous one, but 2 blocks shorter. So 122 is what we want along the side. So I'm going to use the stack tool for this one because I cannot be asked to do this. So you stack 122, and I shall measure that to see how far that is. So I wanted 122, and I think we've got the right amount. I'm not sure actually, but that is 123. So that's 1 too far, and that is 123. That's 122. Yeah, 122 is what we wanted, and then the plus the 2, like so. And what I'll do, I'll quickly copy that to the other side. So it's a 122 down the side plus 2 at the end, and then join them together across the back. So copy to that point, and then we do copy, flip, paste down the side there. There we are. So that's that bit done there, and then join them together across the back, which will all be fine, like so. And there we go. So that's the foundations of our next deck. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do another jump cut while I build these 3 blocks high. So like I say, you just want to build the 3 high all the way around. So I'm going to do another jump cut while I do that, and then we can build the deck on top. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So I've increased the height of the walls all the way around, so now they're 3 blocks high. And what I've also done, I've added all the pillars down the side to the end of the deck there, like so. So you've got all the pillars on the side, like so. I don't know how many there are exactly, but as long as they're every 4th block, you should have an even spread, and it should look okay. So anyway, that's the inside walls done. So what we're going to go now is back to the front wall, and front wall centre block again. We're going to add 4 blocks of wood forward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus a centre block, like so, and then we're going to add build this wall 41 wide, so it's 20 each side again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Same the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, like so. And then the sides, you're going to want to build a line of blocks 133 blocks long down the side. So once again, I'll do this freehand, and want a line 133 blocks long, and everything should be fine. That's the theory anyway. So it should be the same, roughly the same length as the deck below. So just carry on building it all the way down till you get to the end of the deck below, and that should be 133. That's the theory, like I say. So where are we? That's how far is that? 133. Yep, there we are. 133. Like I say, at the end of the deck below. and then I'd build this across to the centre as well. Then I can copy it across to the other side. So copy it to the centre, and then add the centre block at the back. And there we go, that's one side. I'll quickly copy that to the other side because it does take a long time to bloody do. Freehand at least, so I should quickly copy that, and that'll be both sides done. Down to that point there we do the usual, so it's copy, flip, paste, and there we go, that's both sides done. You can see you got the overhang of the deck, and then as before, like we've done with the previous deck, we just start adding the deck itself, the actual wood blocks, from that front centre block, all the way from the front here, all the way down to the back. So yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'm going to use Weld Edit again. I use the fill tool. So fill wood by 3000, and that should fill in relatively quick. There we go, that's that bit done. And there we go, so that's the that deck done there. It doesn't look too bad. We've got all the deck covered up. And I do apologise for using Weld Edit, but it just takes an awful long time doing it by hand. And I'm not going to do it all on camera because you know, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But anyway, that's that deck done. And as before, you can start adding the pillars for this deck as well. So it's the pillars on this deck above are going to be in exactly the same position as the pillars below. So it's basically a continuation. The pillar goes from the top deck down to the bottom deck. So that's where you want to do the pillars. Add all of those into place. So I should do this. I'll do the first couple anyway. Like so. So once you do the pillars, you can start adding the doors or windows as well on the inside. You know, the usual 4 or 5 windows rather, plus a pair of doors, 5 or 6 windows, doors, 5 or 6 windows, doors. It's up to you how you want to lay them out, but that's how I do it on the prototype. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on finishing the pillars, and then I should do a jump. Well, I'll do a jump cut, then finish the pillars, and then we can move on to the next little job, which is not much. So back in a moment. Okay, back again. So there's the pillars done on both sides now for both decks, and it should, in theory, look something like that. Nothing special at the moment. Once you start adding the doors and windows on the inside, it will look a lot better. If you look on the prototype, you can see got all the doors and windows on the inside, and like I say, it's nothing special with the design. Just sort of a pair of doors, a load of windows, and a pair of doors, a load of windows, and so on like that. So that's how it should look when it's all done as well. Also, when I've added the yellow stripe, and it will look fine. So what we want to do now, last job for today, is to add a wall across the front of this deck, all the way across the full width. So that's 41 blocks all the way across the width. And then down the sides, you're going to want to add 60 blocks. So that's 41 across the width like that, and then you're going to want 60 down the side. So that's the first block there, and you just want 60 all the way down the side. And this will support the half deck pillars on the top, which we'll come to in the next part. So how far is that? That is 54, 55, 56, 57, 8, 9, 60. See where there's 60 that side, and I'll quickly do the other side. So what's 60 down this side? Let's quickly measure that. So 60 down this side. How far is that? That is 53, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. And there we go. So that's 60 blocks down the side. So that's that front wall and the sides added there. And like I say, those will support, that wall will support the pillars for the next deck. So it's only a half deck of pillars on the top, but that's something we'll worry about in the next video. So that'll be for part 4. So that's part 3 done for now. We've got shitloads of deck houses and things done there. Still a lots more detail to go on them, but what we have is good enough for now. So we'll leave it at that. So for part 4 will be the next deck on top, and possibly the next 3 deck houses behind that, because there's 3 more deck houses that go on the stern as well, but they're only little ones, so we don't need to worry too much about bulking them up. So there we are, that'll be for part 4. So this is Rich signing off, logging off and disappearing, and I shall return in said part 4. So bye for now.